All right, everybody, it has been 27 years since we got I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, the sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer, and the newest trailer for I Know What You Did Last Summer, the sequel to that second movie, just dropped. So, in a slasher franchise that I absolutely love, obviously have it on both those movies on 4K. We're just going to go ahead and just forget that that third movie even got made, but the official trailer is here. I've been waiting for this for a very, very long time. So let's go ahead and watch it in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Baby, you okay? Why don't you go upstairs and do that guided meditation you like?
Thank you.
Oh, how nice.
Find a peaceful setting and close your eyes. Imagine a white light calling you.
Hello?
Now, feel that love entering your body.
You know, the classic pool in the backyard thing. Oof.
Take a deep breath in and remember the energy you give to the universe.
The slicker. The slicker is back.
Always comes back to you.
Oh, just reeling that dude in like he's a marlin. There it is. There it is. Yes.
This is some kind of karma for what we did.
Southport.
What if someone saw what happened?
You need to handle this. This isn't the first time there's been
There
violence
he
like
is.
this in Southport. It's not going
Oh, Helen.
to stop.
Rest in peace, Helen. What up, Tyreek?
I need to start drinking. Someone is coming after us. I need your help.
There she is.
I
Yes.
just have one question.
We've missed you, Jennifer.
What did you do last summer?
Probably not something good.
This place is so beautiful, it makes me want to die.
She looks like the type of girl who will probably get massacred. Oh man, all right, that's the trailer. There it is. After all this time, after all my internal hype, there it is. Wow, there's a lot to talk about in that trailer. I am interested though, like right there at the very end, they showed that section of, you know, with the water, and obviously that's gonna be a big part of this. It's supposed to take place in the Carolinas, but they filmed, I'm assuming the majority of like the water stuff in Australia. Also, some of the movie was filmed in LA as well, but woo! All right, there's a lot to talk about in that trailer. So yeah, like I was saying, a lot of this movie was filmed in Australia. I'm not sure exactly how much. Maybe it was a little bit, maybe it was the majority of the movie, but they also filmed it in LA. But I'm kind of curious how they're gonna make Australia look like the Carolinas. The original movie was filmed in North Carolina, was supposed to take place in North Carolina, essentially. Just have that feel, that East Coast, coastal type of vibe. So I'm kind of curious. Hopefully they pull that off. If they don't, that won't be a good thing just for me personally. But what's weird about that trailer is a lot of what we saw made it feel like a remake. You know, there's a lot of shots in there we had seen before. I like those nods though to the original two movies, especially the original movie. But a remake, but with the legacy characters kind of layered on top. So that's a little bit weird. I was curious going into this movie why they were still calling it I Know What You Did Last Summer instead of something new. You know, just a new little twist like they did I Still Know, and etc, etc. You know, maybe something like I Know What You Did That Summer. I don't know, that was kind of just something I was thinking as we found out what the actual title of the movie would be. But clearly this new group of kids kind of did something similar to the first movie. There was obviously an incident we saw in the trailer, some moments where they're driving away and there's ambulances and stuff going on. So obviously something, you know, hid with that. But yeah, I mean, I did like that opening kill there, very similar to the original Scream. You got the pool thing, the boyfriend there, all that, who obviously is gonna be like a jackass asshole kind of a guy because the girl's listening to her like meditation thing, and it's like, you know, what you put out in the world is what you get back. So, and then he just gets slaughtered. So obviously he's probably gonna be like the asshole in the movie, at least. I don't know if that's the opening kill or whatever it is, but of course, I mean, great to see Julie and Ray back. I mean, that's amazing. Like, that made me even more hyped for this movie, knowing that they would be back. So yeah, definitely really excited to see them both back in the franchise. Big fans of them from the first two movies. Ray was pretty good in the first movie. He was badass in the second movie, in my opinion. But yeah, overall, Julian Ray back is just an awesome little aspect to the movie. For me, we didn't have a Brandy sighting, from what I could tell. I was looking really closely. I didn't see anything. She survived the second movie. This is a sequel to the second movie, so who knows? But I do have some questions about Julian Ray in this movie. What happened to them? Are they still together? At the end of the second movie, we see Julie in the bed there, kind of like looking at her ring, clearly engaged. Maybe they got married. Are they still together? You know, what's going on with that? Are they going to go the whole like Gale and Dewey route where, you know, they ended up getting divorced, they ended up breaking up, and there's still like some regrets, I wish we were still together kind of stuff? I don't know. I kind of hope they don't go that Dewey Gale route, mainly just because kind of been there, done that. Scream, very similar to this franchise, of course, you know, was basically created by Kevin Williamson, both of these franchises. So if they go that same route, I just kind of feel like that would be a little bit lame for me personally. Also, at the end of I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, Julie gets grabbed by the hook. Was that another one of those hallucination scenes that we've seen many times in this franchise? Was it actually real? I mean, it was probably a hallucination scene, let's be honest. But who's gonna be the killer this go around? Who is gonna be wearing the slicker outfits, slaughtering people along this journey? If I had to guess, it's gonna be someone around the same age as these young characters that we're gonna be following in this story. Mainly, it's gonna be somebody who was affected by what happened. I don't think they're gonna bring back the killers from the first two movies or anything like that. Maybe there's gonna be some angles, you know, inspired by them or some lineage with them or something like that, maybe. But I think the killer is gonna be completely new, somebody we do meet along the way. Because if you remember at the end of I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, some people might be thinking, okay, is there a chance that one of them might have survived? And yeah, I mean, we've seen crazier things in slasher movies, of course, but if you remember at the end of I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, you know, Ben accidentally stabs his son Will with the hook. Was it a fatal stab? You know, there's a debate for that. But then, I mean, Julie puts like 8 gunshots into Ben at the end of that movie, just blowing that dude away, and then he eventually falls into the grave. It's raining on top of him. But of course, right as Julie is hovering over Ben inside of that grave to kind of just get that final execution shot on him, maybe in the head, like we know you need to do in slasher franchises, she runs out of bullets. So, I mean, that's a little ambiguous, a little hard to believe if he does survive that. Maybe he had a bulletproof vest on. Who knows? Like I said, we've seen crazier things, but unlikely. If I had to put some money on it, I would guess it's going to be somebody new, somebody that's close to the friend group that we're going to be following in this journey. Now, also, some of the worries I do have with this movie, the director and some of the people writing this movie in particular don't have a lot of horror experience, slasher experience. Hopefully, they're big fans of the genre. Please, I hope so, because then they could potentially give us some great stuff. But with that said, though, I do know that Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. have said one of the biggest reasons they wanted to come back to this franchise was because they were very confident in this new story, this new idea, and the script just in general, which is something that's definitely a plus for me. And I know people kind of have to say that when they're making a movie. They're not going to say, yeah, this script sucks, come and see our movie. I get that, but I feel pretty confident that just the general idea is pretty solid. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. As far as the execution goes, we'll just have to wait and see. Like I said, pretty green production. They don't have a lot of experience in the horror genre, but like I said before, hopefully they are big horror fans and slasher fans and fans of the first two movies. So despite, you know, their lack of experience, hopefully at least we'll get that passion behind the project. So I'm crossing my fingers. But to be honest, I'm actually kind of excited about this cast. And of course, these are some younger actors, very similar to the first two movies. You know, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt, very young, very early in their career as well. But I think this cast actually looks pretty good. I'm excited to see Tyreek Withers in this movie as well. He's also going to be in the sports horror movie Him, which is going to be produced by Jordan Peele. Looking forward to that movie as well. So maybe this is going to be kind of his breakout year and he's going to become this big star and we'll look back and say, oh, remember when he did I Know What You Did Last Summer? Hell yeah, he was really damn good in that movie. So hopefully, he clearly looks like he's playing Ryan Felipe's character. I believe Tyreek Withers actually played college football But yeah, he's going to be playing that jock with him. We saw the classic, like, riding in the foggy glass. Classic for this franchise as well. But yeah, hopefully he's really good. But the rest of the cast, I think some of them were in that TV show Outer Banks. They've got some stuff under their belt, and it looks pretty promising for a young teen vibe kind of a cast. I'm looking forward to seeing the cast in this movie. But yeah, not to ramble on too long, that trailer was pretty damn good. I'm looking forward to watching it again. We got some blood in that. We got to see the Slicker and the Hook. We got to see Julie and Ray once again, which I am just eating up just as a big fan of this franchise. Cannot wait to July 18th when this movie drops. Fully expect a review of the movie, a new ranking of the franchise as well. I just can't wait. Let me say it again, guys. We are getting a new movie in the I Know What You Did Last Summer franchise. Hell yeah, I am so excited. Thanks so much for watching my trailer breakdown, my trailer reaction. If you want some more videos from me right now, go ahead and check out one of these videos next to me. Ton of slasher content on my channel, Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, so many other things. You want to check that out. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future videos on the channel. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Really do appreciate it. My name is Matt, and I will talk to you in the next one.